Hello, Irish. Oh, have such a good time, darling. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. That sounds like a lot of fun. I have Brandon here today with me. He's behind me doing his schoolwork. Get your schoolwork done. Mm-hmm. So many years ago, led to a song, there was no reason. Left in the dark to conjure instead. I love you too. There's no end in hearts of believers. Faith inhabits the soul of mankind. The truth Yep, Chung's here. ABX, hi, beautiful. Love you. Oh, yeah? Well, Rosa just got a job doing some cleaning things a few days a week, so I'll be having him a little more often. But that's okay, because he's really good for me. Usually. Do your homework. Hey, Tammy. Hi, beautiful angel. You guys seen the Schumann? It's going like wacky. We had another timeline convergence yesterday. And I know the ones of you that are very sensitive to those changes are feeling it. Perfect. It's a bridge, huh? Yeah. Yep. Cool. Right? Hello, Lynette. Hi, beautiful angel. Yeah, I mean, we know it's the Schumann is like crazy. And we're helping to collapse these timelines. That's what we're doing in the astral. We're collapsing the timelines that are no longer meant to be on the earth. You are a very smart kid. Yep. Hi, Cindy. Hi, beautiful. Hello, Toki Doki 609. Welcome in. This is Ascension Class. We have, I think we have 4 different Ascended Masters that are coming in today. And a couple of councils that have some information for us. Exactly. Yep, BX. We just... we're used to it by now, right? Hello, Barbara. Hello, beautiful angel. Hello, Flower Power. Grand Rising. Yep, that is why. Grand Rising. Awesome. I've seen some people step up that didn't really do a lot of stepping up lately, which is great. I've seen some truth being shared by people that were very quiet. It's because we are getting the nudges to use our voices. And the more truth we share, even if it resonates with just one person, that is one more flame ignited. Right? Someone showed me something the other day. Right? We make one post. We get 200 views on that one post. Right? Some people just scroll right past it. But there are some that'll stop and listen. Or stop and scroll through the pictures that we put up. The messages that Spirit guides us to put out there. Now, we make 2 videos. That's 400 views. 3 videos. That's 600. 4 videos. That's 800. 5 videos. That's 1,000 views. If only 5 of those people stop, that's 5 more flames out in the world. We know that one flame equals how many others? Right? The power of one flame equals many. Yep, good job. So, even though we may get only a few views per post, still, it's getting out there. The word's getting out there. The truth is getting out there, right? Every one of us that shares, even the slightest truth, even just a picture with a flower with a bee that says, you are the love, or you are the light, you are the truth, or all three of those. You know, it's going to help. It's going to reach those that it needs to reach.
Oh, it isn't hard.
Into the Mystic is the song. Into the Mystic is the first song of the day. Yes, exactly. We are the diamonds shining. Yep. Carry on. There will be peace when we are done. No more crying. No more crying. All right. Welcome in, everybody. It's already Wednesday. Halfway through the week. We're in the middle. We're in hump day. And the Schumann is going wacky. I think it is quite stable right now. It's at 10, but we are on an 8-hour blackout right now. So, yeah. When you see those blackouts, especially right after a full line of white, it means recalibration. It means, right? Flower power, right? It means that timelines are converging and collapsing. Both. Converging timelines and collapsing timelines. And we're doing this. We asked for this. We asked for the clearing of the earth. And that's what we're getting. That's what we're getting. All right, let's do our cards for the day. Our little tidbits of wisdom from Spirit. And then we will do... get our messages from Ascended Masters and Councils, and then get into Anna. So, welcome everyone. Yes, absolutely, Flower 23432. Our DNA is going from a 2-strand to a 12-strand. What does this mean for our how do we integrate these changes, right? Some of us are getting headaches because it can't. And some of us are getting body aches, and some of us are getting ringing in the ears. And there's so many different ways that our bodies are integrating these energies. Some of us aren't feeling anything at all because we have brought our consciousness to that level that it's not painful anymore. Right? All of us are on the path. All of us are on our own paths. Yes, open your heart. Your heart portal is very important. You guys know. You guys have your heart portals open. All right, let's go ahead and get into our letters from our little love letters from Spirit. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit because Spirit says, carry on, wayward son. Yes. No more crying. I'm done crying. Here we go. Our chakra wisdom for the day. Our chakra wisdom. Yes, absolutely ask for help. You know, we were the brave ones. We were the ones that decided to incarnate into these bodies. And they decided to stay behind and help us. From the astral. Look at that. See? 7th chakra, your crown chakra. Meditation and silence. Hi, Yaya. Grand rising. Hello, Christina. Grand rising. Beautiful angels. I sit still in meditation regularly, as I know there is power in silence. We do a lot of creating in meditation. I seek out stillness during some part of every day. In the silence, I am open to receive without asking and without expectation. In the silence, I will hear and see the truth. Rest, tranquility, and peace are rejuvenating to my spirit. Miraculous emotional, mental, and physical healings are available when I am open to receive. Yes, open your heart and receive the blessings. Receive the blessings, right? The blessings. Here's our healing energy. Our healing energy says release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment, and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and put into God's hands what I can't change. Yes, I trust that everything will work out for the best. Absolutely. Guidance. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my faith to God, and my faith is rewarded. Yes, guidance. I have reached out to April BX. She's doing fine. She just needed a break. So, yes, she's taking some time. And we all need breaks sometimes, so. Freedom through faith. Freedom through faith. There's that freedom word. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust His will and find freedom. Yes. Freedom. Oh yeah, I gotta bring it out. Gotta bring it out. There it is. Freedom butterflies. Freedom butterflies. We're all about freedom in here. We're all about freedom. Hi, Brim. Hello, darling. Here's our work your light. This is where Spirit's saying, get on it. Get on it, light workers. Awakening. Yes, we are in the great awakening, the great remembering. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We're integrating all this light coming into the earth. You can see it. The age of light. There it is. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You have been training for this for lifetimes. And your inner temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. There we go. Yes. The heart portal. If you haven't gone through it, go through it. I'm not speaking to anyone that's been coming to classes. You guys' hearts are open. Yes. These are holographic work your light. These were gifted to us from Stephanie. From Sister Stephanie. Yep. We use them every day because they carry codes. They carry light codes. Look at those beautiful rainbow light codes in these cards. Take them into your heart and open up your heart. Yes. Use your imagination. Yep. It's just work your light holographics. Here's our Starseed Oracle. Our Starseed Oracle says, jump in. Jump in. Yes. Andromedan energy, adventure. Say yes to change. Say yes to change. Jump in. Oh, that's Brandon, Christina. Brandon's here. He's making noises in the background. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Ding, ding, ding. We're all leaders in here, and we're all students. Yes. And Earth, learning how to be human. The song playing is My Name is Human. My name is human. Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. My name is human is playing. You cannot make this shit up. You can't. You just can't. Here's our angel card. Our angel says energy work. Yes. Life can be electrifying because its very essence is energy. Your body is a remarkable energy field that will positively respond to loving treatments. Your hands and heart are activated to give healing energy to your loved ones and clients, friends, soul family. Energy work. We do energy work in here every day. We do grid work in here every day. And we do self-healing in here and empowering every day. Yes, we do. It's just disguised as a gathering. We gather in here every day. We share our energy with each other every day. We share our love and our light. And we speak empowering words into the earth and into each other. That's what we do every day, and that is grid work. Every human body has a grid. It's called the Kathara grid. We all have it. And the earth has a grid. So when we speak these things, we are doing grid work. Not only personal grid work, but universal grid work. Right? When we get together. And music. Yes, listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music that you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Yes. Music. And our animal for the day. Our animal is the sea turtle. Yes. Protection. You are the master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Yes. Does this look familiar to any of you? Yes. Sea turtles. There's method behind my madness. Hello, Pepsi. Hi, beautiful. Yes.
Nana, I have a problem.
You have a problem? What's your problem?
My back's accused.
Your what?
He's wearing glasses now.
Oh, my goodness. Ah, yes.
That's it.
You wear an opal sea turtle. Yes, you do, don't you? Here's our awakened dreamer. Let your heart do the thinking. Let your heart do the thinking. The best solution will not be found between your ears. In the maze of your mind, through paralysis analysis, your best guidance can be found in the moment, in the loving sanctuary, in the center of your heart. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is inside of you. In the middle is your sanctuary. Your heart is your sanctuary. I never thought about it that way. Let love lead, and you will find your way. Yes. Let love lead.
And I need a hat.
What?
That means I need your help. My voice is weird. And why is my back wearing glasses?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why did you put your glasses on your head on backwards? You don't even wear glasses, Brandon.
But my back
Our heart is such a profound gift. Live heals all things. Yes, absolutely. Here's our butterfly for the day. I don't need to control life. I trust in magic and miracles. Yes. Trust in magic and miracles.
What?
Trust in magic and miracles. All right. And our ascended master. Hello, Brandy. Hi, beautiful. Archangel Michael. Perfect. Hello there, Archangel Michael. Trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Allow the miracles to occur. Yes, we just got a miracle card for a butterfly, and Archangel Michael says, allow it. Allow it to occur. That's all we have to do is allow. Okay, we do have 4 ascended masters stepping in today. Surrounding us all, the field of the Butterfly Sanctuary in a diamond of light. Each brings a different facet of activation for our sanctuary. Okay, now go there, back there. Do your homework.
Yeah.
You have to do your schoolwork or your mom will get mad at me. All right. Mother Mary, keeper of the Sacred Hearts and the Emerald Flame is coming in. She stands at the east, hands cupped around a soft blue rose, glowing with healing light. Her message is, you are witnessing the soft unraveling, the letting go of what no longer fits your frequency. Be gentle with yourselves and one another. The collective is grieving its former illusions. Do not rush to fix, listen, hold, and allow. The womb of new earth requires tender space, not more striving. Today, I offer the emerald flame of heart restoration to all who have felt unseen, unheard, or unloved. You are known, you are held, you are ready to bloom again. Hello, Spiral Goddess. Sekhmet is coming in, flame of righteous power and purification. She stands at the south, golden red energy rippling from her solar disk. The message is, let no one tell you your fire is too much. Let no one tame your roar. You were born with flame in your blood for a reason. That heat is not anger. It is divine will rising. Those who dim themselves for the comfort of others are forgetting why they came. Rise now. Burn with truth. Purify what no longer serves. You are not here to conform. You are here to awaken and help others remember. She offers a solar flame clearing for anyone ready to release fear of visibility or reclaim inner authority. Yes. Hi, my sweet lemons. Hi, beautiful. Happy Wednesday, Chris. Hello, beautiful angel. Kuan Yin comes in, Lady of Mercy and Infinite Compassion. She holds the west with a pale silver lotus in her palm, her eyes soft with cosmic understanding. Her message, so many are hurting silently. Do not assume stillness is peace. It may be someone holding themselves together through great trials. Be the hand that soothes, not the voice that judges. There is sacred strength in softness. Your sanctuary is a beacon because it offers a frequency of kindness rarely found in this world. Do not underestimate the power of simply being in a safe space. She leaves a silver lotus of soothing, which will appear energetically wherever it is most needed in our group today. Hello, Meowser. Hello, beautiful angel. Good to see you. And we also have Saint Germain coming in, master of the violet flame and transmutation. He stands at the north, swirling the violet ray between his fingers like stardust. The message is, the veil is nearly transparent now. You are glimpsing timelines, past lives, soul aspects, forgotten truths. Let it rise. Do not suppress the knowing. Let our class today be a ceremony of transmutation. Offer our burdens to the violet flame, fears, doubts, fatigue, stagnation, and watch them alchemize into light. This is not just class, it is a sacred rite, and you are all its flame bearers. He anchors a violet flame pillar beneath the gathering space, cleansing, sealing, and elevating the entire session. We have 2 councils coming in for us today. The Intergalactic Council of Light Architects, also called the Council of Star Codexes. And they arrive shimmering like geometric fractals, their presence felt as frequency first, form second. Their energy is crystalline white with glints of turquoise and gold. The message: you have passed a threshold, not just individually, but as a collective node. Your class is no longer just a meeting of light workers. It is a living light structure, anchoring New Earth grid codes through presence, ritual, and remembrance. When you gather, a light dome activates that strengthens ley line connections in your region and calls forward new activators. Many of you will now begin to hear the inner tones of your codex, geometries, tones, symbols, languages that are yours to bring forward. Trust what arrives. You are the architects now. They offer a codex template ignition to the group, unlocking dormant memories of light language, frequency design, and blueprint codes in those who are ready. Next, we have the Dragon Elders of the Celestial Flame Council coming in, and they circle in slowly, their vast wings wrapped in ancient sigils, breathing a calm, grounded fire. Sarianel bows as they arrive. The message is, we come not in thunder, but in reverent flame. The earth has made her choice. The mother is rising, and with her, the ancient protectors awaken. Many of you have dragon lineage or carry the essence of draconic flame within. This is why you've felt fire in your veins, why sleep has been elusive, why time feels strange. We say this clearly now, your blood remembers. And because of this, you are being entrusted with flame codes once hidden for eons. Protect them, share them wisely, and speak only when the soul says yes. The false ones will try to mimic, but your fire cannot be forged. They offer a flame sigil imprint, subtle but permanent, for every soul in our sanctuary willing to carry dragon light through this planetary transition. Okay, so that is who came in today for us. Amazing messages. And we do have a sigil today. And there it is. And I accept for my highest good and the highest good of the planets. Yes. All right. Woo, that was powerful, right?
I
Very, very powerful. Hold a Vibe. Hold a Vibe is playing. Hold a Vibe. All right. We talked about this beautiful entity yesterday, Miss Sarah. From Anna, the Voice of the Magdalenes. Sarah of Mount Bucharest, daughter of Isaac and Tabitha. So, we know this is a quantum healing session between Catherine, who is the practitioner, and Claire Hartsong, who is bringing in all the different entities. All the different ascended masters from our past. That were also Yeshua's family and friends. So this is Sarah of Mount Bucharest, daughter of Isaac and Tabitha. This chapter introduces us to Yeshua's light-conceived cousin, Sarah, as a young girl. Sarah says, "Greetings, my name is Sarah, the daughter of Isaac and Tabitha, the Egyptian. I am glad we have this opportunity to share. I would like you to know more about me. Perhaps you could use questions, like you did with my grandmother, such as asking about what I am wearing, the appearance of my body, and so on." Catherine says, "Welcome, Sarah. Look down at your feet. Is there anything on them?" Sarah says, "I am wearing sandals made in my motherland that you call Egypt. My feet are small and my ankles are shapely and fine-boned. My skin is naturally dark, not black, but a lovely deep golden brown. My hair is black with glints of fire from henna dye. When it's loose, it hangs in thick waves down my waist. As I look at my hands, they are small, and my fingers are long and slender. My fingernails are trimmed quite short. There is a little garden soil under the nails. My eyes are dark brown, and I have a mole on my left cheek. My breasts are small, and my waist and thighs are slender. I can feel the bones of my pelvis, which is narrow, because I have never birthed a child. I would say that I am approximately 5'3" tall in your way of measuring. I experience my body to be clean and sweet smelling." And Catherine says, "What are you wearing?" Sarah says, "Besides my homespun linen robe, which is tied at my waist with a colorful scarf, I am wearing a beaded necklace. It is made of several strands and have strung upon them turquoise, lapis, carnelian, red coral, and some silver beads. I have on both wrists several beaded bangles. There is a narrow band of gold on my right wrist. On my left arm, beginning at the elbow and then spiraling around my upper arm, is a golden serpent. I have simple gold rings on both hands. My earlobes have a number of ear piercings. My earrings are rather large gold bangles, from which hang little silver bells. They make a joyful tinkling sound when I move my head. As I lift my arms, I can smell the sweet fragrance of essential oils that come from my motherland. On my head, I also have a long, narrow scarf woven of bright colors, which I have folded lengthways. My hair is entwined with the scarf, and then it is wrapped around my head. I allow a portion of the scarf, which is beaded, to flow down over my left shoulder." Hey, Cinderella. Hi, beautiful. "I care about my appearance." Oh, look at this. All right. "I care about my appearance, and I am glad that most people find me attractive. I am not terribly attached to it, but at the same time, keeping my body healthy is important to me, and being attractive brings me pleasure. I do not feel it to be a vain pleasure, but the kind of pleasure that I sense birds experience when they sing and display their beautiful feathers, or the joy water must feel as sunlight sparkles upon its dancing surface, or the happiness of the gentle breezes as they caress palm fronds and jasmine vines. It is my nature to care about the things I take inside my body. I strictly follow the Essene laws of rejuvenation, which I have done since my youth. Okay, I want to mention this because we've talked about this. The serpent, right? The serpent referred to represents the subtle, erectile, and resurrecting serpentine energy seated at the base of the spine, also called Kundalini by Hindu yogis, which when activated through advanced energetic or tantric practices can facilitate the opening and expansion of consciousness beyond ordinary mind into cosmic awareness. Yes, my grandson's here. Kundalini is usually depicted as various goddesses and as the serpent of wisdom. Women, such as Sarah, who are members of the Order of the Magdalene and other divine feminine orders, often wore this simple symbol of resurrection, indicating that they had been initiated into the mysteries of Isis or other similar goddess deities and served the Great Mother's creation and its awakening from spiritual death or separation consciousness. So, like, BX just got a serpent bracelet because of these remembrances of Isis and Egyptian life, past lives that are coming into our now moments as we are taking down these timelines that no longer serve. These other timelines that are from our past are coming into our present. And that I just got from Beyond the Veil. So, the electro-masculine magnetic feminine energy of the earth also flows in a serpentine fashion called ley lines. This energy can be harnessed and directed by adepts for benevolent purposes. Yes, grid workers. Absolutely. The statuary of Mother Mary, the Roman Catholic representation of the pagan Great Mother, is often seen at sacred grottos and wells. I believe that Christina has gone to one of these grottos. She is depicted standing upon a serpent. One esoteric meaning is that the electromagnetic energy of the Earth Mother is harnessed and directed under the auspices of the Divine Feminine to ensure the Earth's fertility. Go then. Open the door. Go. Okay. And directed under the auspices of the Divine Feminine to ensure the Earth's fertility. There are other meanings and representations of the serpent energy, which is usually perceived by the conditioned mind as the embodiment of evil or Satan. But the serpent in these cases most often represents ignorance, duality, separation consciousness, the lower frequency, sine wave out of which the material world assumes and releases form, and veil, meaning an energy veil composed of the mental and emotional obscurations that veil one's true nature, the absolute which abides within and beyond time and space. The Divine Mother standing upon the serpent in these cases represents the divine love within us that vanquishes and transmutes evil into the wisdom of unity consciousness and births us as the Son, S-O-N, /Son, S-U-N, of God, a light-anointed Christ or Buddha. Yes, absolutely. Okay. The Essene way that includes diet and cleanliness of body and mind have been followed for many generations by my family. I find people who do not follow these rules of diet suffering all manner of afflictions, which I feel could be avoided if they knew better. Some lack discipline and love for their physical temple. Some are simply ignorant, having never been taught another way. Other souls are too impoverished and can only survive as best they can. There is so much suffering in this world. My family and I do what we can to help alleviate the pain around us. I see having a healthy body as one of the important ways to prevent unnecessary suffering. We all pass through sickness, aging, and death, but we can meet each day of life with greater joy by being fully present in our physical temples and by having gratitude for all our lessons as they come to us. We can have greater peace if we take simple measures to be mindful and caring. What we take into our mouths, and especially what comes out of our mouths, determines our happiness. It's all choices, right? It is important to ingest and cultivate good thoughts in the garden of our mind so that we may grow kind actions. By gratefully witnessing the beauty and goodness of all things that support us, we nurture our seeds of loving kindness and allow the weeds to wither. When we speak words that nurture our loved ones and neighbors, we encourage greater harmony at home and in our communities. When we mindfully eat food rich in the nutrients of the Earth Mother, we are more prosperous in our lives. When we eat living foods pulsing with the light of Brother Sun, who pours out his love upon all without condition, we too can be more generous with our abundance. In turn, we may add many more years to our lives in which to grow in wisdom. Then there are many more opportunities to give service to others in ways that benefit all. We own nothing. We are stewards of all that is freely given. What comes to us blesses us during the few moments we may merge with it and have the increase of its reflection. But we suffer if we try to hold on to that which by its nature must change and return to that place from whence it came. We are as free as the wind that brings the clouds with their welcome rain and shade. How can the wind and clouds be imprisoned by our will? Though our physical world appears solid, it too, as the air that coalesces into rain, does eventually evaporate. We and all that comes and goes are but visitors passing through countless guises. We and all things that appear are best allowed to be free, to pass on in life's journey, to fulfill a greater purpose. For all life has its season and its intrinsic wisdom, as does the sea her ebb and flow. Catherine says, thank you for sharing your wisdom. How old are you? Sarah says, I have almost reached my 23rd year. My mother, who was born in Egypt, is called Tabitha, and she is quite lovely. She is much younger than my father. She is very intelligent and industrious. It seems that my mother accomplishes so much that benefits so many in our community. My father is called Isaac. He is the son of Grandmother Anna, who lives in Mount Carmel on the far side of the Great Sea. Catherine says, where are you living now? Sarah says, I am living with my parents in an ancient Essene monastery that my father and Uncle Jacob moved 2 years ago after they left the Great Wisdom School of Mount Carmel. With their skills, they have expanded it over the years into a lovely sanctuary, which is smaller but in many ways similar to the one they came from in Carmel. I have only been there once, but I was quite young, and I do not remember it very well, or my Uncle Joseph of Arimathea's home in Jerusalem. And Catherine says, are you in France now? Sarah says, yes, near the great mountain called Bugarek. All right, just a second. All right, I'll be right back. What? Sorry about that. Hello, Victoria. Hello, darling. All right. She asked, do you have brothers and sisters? Sarah says, yes, I have other siblings, 5 brothers and 2 sisters. I am the youngest. It seems that my mother loved getting pregnant. She loves having a full household and keeping busy with the care of many people. I have had a number of journeys to my motherland to visit with my cousins, aunts, uncles, and my mother's parents, who all live there. They do not come to visit us here. On occasion, my Uncle Joseph of Arimathea comes and takes us in his wonderful boats. We go first to the great city on the sea named after the Greek general, Alexander, and then we take another boat with many oarsmen, up the great river that you call the Nile to Heliopolis. I find it quite beautiful. There are many date groves and lush gardens and green fields with dazzling white sand dunes just beyond the narrow strip of fertile land. There are the most amazing ancient structures built by the pharaohs over the course of thousands of years. Now the Romans are there, and they are changing the way the temples look. They have adopted some of the Egyptian ways of honoring the deities, especially Mother Isis. For months at a time, through my years, I have stayed there and have been taught in the ways of the Great Mother. I am proud that I may be her handmaiden, and that she has taken me under her all-encompassing wings and all-seeing eyes, so that I may come to know her mysteries. I have been introduced as well to my other cousins, who are my father's nieces and nephews. We have a wonderful time together. Once, when my cousin Yeshua was a boy, he visited us on his way to and from Britain. I love to hear Uncle Joseph tell stories about him. He travels to many places. I have been told he is now in a very exotic, faraway land you call India. I have also heard interesting stories about Yeshua's mother, Mary, Anna, and my grandmother, Anna. I feel them to be very wise. I hope to see them someday now that I am an adult. Catherine says, what are you doing today? Sarah says, I am doing some sewing for my mother and family. She does wonderful weaving with the cotton that we bring from the motherland. Flax from the fields, wool from the sheep, and the hair of the goats. I had to stop for a minute because one of you just sent me some cotton. I'm not kidding you. It's right here. It's a piece of cotton.
Goats have hay. Come on, Yana.
Isn't that weird? It's weird, but I love it. And then we're talking about cotton. From the field. It's an actual cotton ball from the field. Isn't that wild?
Gives me the sheep and cotton and goats have fur.
Yep. I know.
I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
All right. So it says,
How about go?
wonderful weaving with the cotton that we bring from the motherland, flax from the fields, wool from the sheep, and the hair of the goats.
The hay is in the
She
goat.
weaves tight and very durable cloth. It does not hold much dirt in its fibers. Instead, the dirt is repelled quite nicely. She has taught me how to cut and piece the cloth she makes into different garments for different purposes. Those that are worn next to the body are made of soft cotton and flax fibers, depending on the season. If it is cold, we use animal fibers for our outer garments. I am sewing now and daydreaming. Sharing with you feels like a dream that I am having with my eyes open. Yes. Catherine says you shared very beautifully about the necklace that you have on and the bracelet on your upper arm. Is it customary to wear these ornaments, or is this a special occasion? Sarah says, I simply like to wear these beautiful things. They are from Egypt. I like to think of myself as like my mother, who is Egyptian. Don't misunderstand. I love my father very much. I simply have more of an affinity for things that are Egyptian. My relatives gave these ornaments to me. They are worn by the women there. There are some Essenes in Egypt who come from Palestine who do not wear jeweled or dyed fabric. They, in fact, are rather in judgment of them, preferring absolute simplicity and communal sameness. Some of the initiates who come here from Palestine often frown at me when they first see my colorful clothing and bangles. When I was younger, I was very reluctant to take my Egyptian things off. But then it was explained we could make our passages...
I love you, Nana.
I love you too, baby. But then it was explained we could make our passages through the seaports and roadways with greater safety if I did not bring attention to myself. Then I gladly put my adornments out of sight. Under my outer robes, I wrapped them tightly in a silk scarf, which I placed under a girdle against my body. My mother also wears similar ornaments. Yeah, but not as many as I do, and then only on rare occasions. When I am here in our little community, I share these things with my little nephews and nieces who also take delight in them. I do not feel this is vanity, and I am not trying to be different or better than others. If I find this is ever the case, I will gladly give these things away. I cannot change the color of my skin, which the native people find exotic. I suppose we are all different and unique, and it is best to celebrate our differences instead of being fearful. And Catherine says, are you married? Sarah says, no, I do not yet have a mate. I am looking forward to that time. Sometimes I feel lonely and rather pensive without a beloved husband. Some of the brothers here and in Egypt have shown interest in me. That makes me glad for my beauty. But somehow I don't feel that I am to be with any of the men I have met. Thankfully, my parents honor me by not arranging a marriage. Experiencing a deep love remains a mystery I often ponder in my heart. I have been open to my sexual energy and the flowering of my womanhood in ceremonies I experienced in Egypt, but I have not had my womb open to bear a child. I have not had a prolonged relationship. I do desire that very much. I look at my mother and my father. They are so content and so tender with one another. They set me and my siblings a good example. Mama and Papa are so devoted to all the souls in our little community. And so is my Uncle Jacob. His is such a tender soul. I have a lovely family, and I am very proud of them. Now I can hear my Grandma Anna on the inner plane saying, "It is time, Sarah, to move forward in time." And Catherine says, "Yes, Sarah, please move forward to the next important event in your life." All right. So that is that chapter about Sarah of Mount Bucharest.
1%, look. 1% maybe need to ties it.
Okay. So I will plug it in for you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Because
If I can figure out how to plug it in.
So, I'll show you something. So this thing has a...
It doesn't have the same plug-in as...
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
No hides in it.
Well, your mother didn't show me how to do that. Okay, just turn on the TV and watch something.
Yay! Free time!
Don't Cry is playing. Don't cry. Hello, Jill. Hello, darling. Yes, me too. With the Egyptian jewelry, I can picture that beautiful jewelry on her. Right? Oh, that sounds fun, Jill. Hello, Diamonds, Grandma. Beautiful Carrie, how are you? We have about 11 minutes till snaps. Right? I love the way they introduced her. Definitely. Oh, you loved the book, did you? Oh, I'm glad. No, I'm not sad. Right, Diamond? Right?
I love you, Nana. You want a hug, Nana?
I'm good. I love you too. Yeah, and you know, I knew that a lot of us would have a lot in common. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yep. Also, please, if you did get my book from Amazon, do a review on there. It helps with the algorithm for the books on there. Yep. Yep. Oh, you did? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I knew that releasing it would bring memories up, but also healing, right? Because I mean, if I can do it, anyone can do it, right? If I can get through what I've been through, anyone can get through it. We all can. And you know, if you are asked to share your story by spirit, then share it. I think we're all being called to write our stories and to share them with the world so that they can see how we healed from these things and became who we are today. Right? Yes. It is called Kiss the Soul, A Life Remembered. Kiss the Soul, A Life Remembered. I have, it's pinned on my TikTok. Yep. Yep. I'm just saying, if you're called, Diamond, it just shows that people can live through the most adverse things and come out on the other side okay. And come out even better than okay. Right? It's summer. Time to enjoy life. I believe our stories, what we chose, because I believe that we did choose everything that happened to us in our lives. And I believe that's what made us who we are today and able to be the people that we are. If I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't have things in common with you or with others that come to me and ask me my opinions on things. Right? If I hadn't been through it, I wouldn't be able to help people. So, yeah. I am grateful for everything that has happened in my life. Everything good, bad, ugly, you know, horrible, everything. Every experience. You've wanted to. Brother-in-law is passing and father-in-law had a stroke. Jace had 4 teeth out. Wow.
What? Get out!
Right?
Ew. I'm not.
I'm just sending you so much love and healing and light out there, Diamond. Everything that we go through, everything has a reason. I know. I feel you. I feel you.
That is gross.
Oh, I know. You're a pro surfer, darling. You're a pro surfer. Let the music play. Listen to the music. Yes, we are elevating. We are elevating our consciousness every day. Listen to the music. Music.
Oh, it's like this
Listen
song.
to the music.
What song is this? I hate these stores. I don't want. This is pointless.
Hey, Teresa. Did you work on those clouds? Yes, absolutely, Flower. Absolutely. Same, Christina, same. All of you are always in my heart. Always. I love the love that we all have for each other. It's so beautiful. It's like we know each other. We know each other's hearts and minds. Because we've been hanging out for years. Oh, I can't wait to see it. We are family. We are family. Ooh, I love that. Make the clouds your art. Play and scribe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are family. Hello, Rebecca. Hi, beautiful angel. Everything is divine timing, beautiful. You know that. It's good to see you. I love your energy, darling. Always, right? TikTok's always messing up. Teresa, Spirit told me to tell you to play with the clouds. Fearless is playing. Fearless. So play with those clouds. Absolutely, Christina. Yes. Spirit wants you to play with them. Use your imagination and play with the clouds. Turn them whatever color you want to turn them. Break them up. The clouds around your area.
No. No.
You said you were getting some crazy clouds. I'm saying play with them. When you guys see your clouds going crazy, play with them. Yep. Yes. Pop them, color them, make them pink or purple. Yep. Oh, goodness. We have 2 minutes till snaps where we empower ourselves. Time for grid work. Oh, good. Good. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Hey, Mindy. Hi, beautiful. With you, Jesus. I know. I said happy birthday. I was late, though. I was a day late. But yes. You still look like you're in your 20s. Here we go. Snap, snap, snap. This is our butterfly, and all y'all are on here because you empower yourself and we work together, hearts and minds, all on the same thing to create the new earth. This is our past loved ones. They are always with us anytime we think of them. Bobby Rocks did this for us. This is the Sophia Dragon Tribe. This is who we are, the butterflies. The ladder. Yep, go sit down and watch your show.
I gotta touch my tablet.
This is our DNA rising from the 2-strand to the 12-strand. This is also our room. We are watched over and guided and protected. Yes, and Steffi saw that. This is who we are. We are the rainbow butterflies of the Hopi prophecy, here to raise the frequency of the planet. And this is also our room. Miss Forest Fairy did this for us. This is the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO, the white rabbits, the magic. Yes. Here's the song of the 144,000, which is a frequency of open chakras. We thank you, Mother Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light, that within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces, that the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light, and wherever we will the light to descend. And we thank you, Mother Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love, that within this love is complete protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings, that the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love, and wherever we will the love to be inflamed. Here's a big ol' lucky hug for everyone in here creating and empowering yourself. And we thank you, Mother Father, that you are in us and we are in you, that through us your will is sent forth on wings of power, that your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven, and that through us your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. Because we are the love, we are the light, we are the truth, we are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth and bring in the golden age. Yes. All right, here's our healing chain, and all these people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Mia satosh koros priyata makoros yata. Mia satosh koros priyata makoros yata. Mia satosh koros priyata makoros yata. Give me that thing. All right, thank you for that. Find something else to watch. I don't want you watching that. Watch funny animals or something.
That's fake.
Okay.
It's just fake, Nana.
Down for you, been up and down for you. Time for me to fly. Yay! Time for us to fly. All right. Eternal Worlds, the Immortal Series, Book 4. We're almost done. Joe has just talked to the macrocosm and the microcosm. And we're also learning things from about the void and stuff. We just learned about the void yesterday. Everything is created in the void. There's nothing scary about the void. Even though it's dark and black, there's nothing scary about it. It's where everything is created, in the void. Okay. So. Oh, right. We were talking about the serpents. Something else to talk about serpents. Okay. Except these are talking about the Dracos. I did make a video and put it in the Ascension Class. A video about the Dracos. From our game. You know, World of Warcraft. So. We're going to talk a little bit more about that today. No fear, though. No fear. This what we're learning. Okay. Now, there are many infant worlds where the serpents are living out their natural evolution. Then there are others, fewer in number, where both serpents and humans are competing for domination. And finally, there are just a few where the serpents have lived past their appointed time to dominate and eliminate the human race. There are 3 such planets in the constellation of Draco, he said. This is an unusual concentration, and they create a potent force. Look, and you shall obtain an overall glimpse of one of the worlds. I concentrated on seeing, and gradually a vision of a planet similar to Earth opened, except some very strange creatures populated it. Their appearance made me think of space aliens from a science fiction movie. And it's funny because I'm watching Resident Alien on Peacock, and it's just a great series. If you haven't watched it, you guys will love it. There is aliens in them. The last episode I watched was about a blue avian. So it was so cool. It's kind of, they make it kind of funny though. They make it kind of funny, but they drop a lot of truth bombs. A lot of truth bombs. Okay, they stood erect like humans, had no tails, but had a very leathery hard skin and large lizard eyes. I found it strange that the leaders seemed to be larger and more physically powerful than the rank and file, sometimes reaching a height of 10 to 12 feet. These leaders not only had to prove their physical prowess, but had to demonstrate their sexual virility on a periodic basis to maintain their station. Worst of all, they had to rule with a stern hand and refrain from any pity or sympathy from their subjects. Volumes could be written on their way of life, but I could see many similarities to Nazism, especially their strong central authority. On this world, they didn't have any modern technology. Instead, the elite leaders, called overseers, obtained their comfort by being served by many slaves and wives. They also had knowledge of lower magic and used advanced forms of voodoo to control their subjects and instill fear. In addition, they had their own peculiar forms of meditation that was quite effective. Some were proficient at leaving their bodies and meeting with other serpents from the other two worlds in that system. I saw that they were familiar with Earth and sought for a foothold of power here, with the hope they could overthrow the human race and eventually incarnate here as serpent masters. Another point of interest I viewed was the difference in the vibration of their bodies compared to humans. There was a limitation of vibration because their foundation DNA made it very difficult for them to sense the higher spiritual energies. This caused all but a few to put full attention on satisfying the self and physical and sexual needs to a degree we can only imagine. The reason humans replace them in evolution is because our bodies are more suited to house the higher vibration than the serpents have great difficulty in picking up. Why do the serpents hold so strongly to their form when the human form is more advanced? I asked. Because the serpent body is more attuned to sensation, the physical senses, and pleasure, he said. Many human teachers talk of humanity as being sensual, but they do not know what sensual is until they meet an advanced serpent. When serpent entities become aware that they will lose much of their physical sensation in return for higher emotional and spiritual sensation, many do not want to make the leap. Interesting, I said. I have also heard various fringe teachings about serpents being among the human race as shapeshifters. Some have reported seeing them even among our leadership in disguise. Is there anything to this? I could almost feel him smile as I felt the response. There are no shapeshifters among you, but when some report seeing certain people turn into serpents, they are not completely wrong. Those who see such things are very sensitive and tune into those who have incarnated as humans, yet retain a high degree of serpent consciousness. Come, it is time for you to return. Even I cannot squeeze any more time into our encounter. I am assuming it is in the plan that we save my wife. The important thing is that it is in your plan. I would assume that what happens is part of some larger plan, I queried anxiously. The larger is always composed of many smaller branches. Saving your wife at this point is up to you.
Anna, you put toilet paper on my butt!
Have you given any thought as to how you're going to do it? What? I gasped. All my thought went into passing this test. It now appears that with your help, I have done that. I wasn't aware that any more thought was required. John was supposed to heal my wife after I completed the third key. Short-sightedness is a mistake most disciples continually make, he replied. They use the power of thought to see up to a point and then no further. You imagined passing the test, but then what? John will heal her, but you must first save her from the Dark Brothers. How are you going to do this?" "Me?" I gasped. "I don't have power to defeat them. I thought that you or John were going to do that." "And why should we do it for you, what you can do for yourself?" "But I can't do it myself. I am no master," I protested. "And you thought you wrote the 3 parables with assistance, and yet you did it through your own natural power. Think. You wrote them because you are connected to the same source as John and I, not because anyone was looking over your shoulder assisting you. Remember the words of Jesus. Anything is possible to him who believes. So are you saying I have to use the faith that moves mountains to save my wife?" "Yes." "But I don't have the faith to move a mountain," I pleaded. "You don't? What if I told you to command a mountain to move? Do you think it would?" "Of course you have the power to move a mountain." "Then let me tell you something. You have the power to defeat and dominate the Dark Brothers according to your will. I have spoken it. Now you must return. You have 3 seconds to obtain victory. Real time begins when you decide." Before I could say anything, I found myself in my home next to Elizabeth's body, surrounded by a coven of Dark Brothers. The Dark Master had the sword raised over Elizabeth's heart, ready to descend. To my left, I saw my physical body bound in a chair. It then occurred to me that I was in my spiritual body, and time was standing still. I looked at the clock. It looked as if the hands were right on midnight. But then the Ancient of Days told me that I had 3 seconds, that time would begin when I decided. I felt grateful when I realized that time was slowed by the Ancient of Days, giving me a period to reflect and decide how to defeat them. When I decided there would just be 3 seconds. Wow, these masters like to put pressure on a guy, I thought. I strolled like a lion after his prey around the circle, contemplating what to do. Suddenly, I felt what could only be described as fear and trembling, and had a strong feeling to just flee. I gathered my thoughts and did all I could to override the fear, but without complete success. Are you listening to the song playing in the background as I'm reading this? It's crazy. Somehow I felt this fear needed to be contained before I could be successful. Then I recalled the feelings I had when I communicated with the universe, and I realized this showdown with light and dark was creating in me the same feelings of insecurity that was felt by the universe itself. It made me realize that our fears are a reflection of our infant universe, a lower self. And our hopes, dreams, and faith are a reflection of the higher self of the universe. I knew I had to override my fears. I stood up and asked myself what a master would do. If our fears reflect the lower self of the universe, I reasoned, faith could reflect in its higher self, composed of entities such as the Ancient of Days, Christ, and the much higher intelligences throughout space. The Ancients of Days told me that I had the power to dominate these guys. But how? That was the question. Think. Think like a master, I commanded my mind. He said I could do it according to my will. I grew in confidence as his remembered words gave me hope. What had I to lose by having faith in his words just one more time? If I had his power at my disposal, what would I do? Of course, I would save my wife from the dagger over her heart, from Philo's hold over her body, and the recurring MS. But I'd also used that awesome power to teach these guys a lesson for trying to destroy us. Just maybe this was my one chance to give them some of their own medicine. I visualized first one scenario and then another until I had arrived at one that felt the most likely to be successful. I stood quietly, tuning into my soul for reassurance. I carefully approached my decision, knowing it would move me into real time. I finally knew what to do. It was now or never. As I was about to will real time to resume, another problem occurred to me as I looked on my body, which was gagged and bound. What good would it do to return to my body and use my last 3 seconds in a useless struggle to get free? Could I somehow use the power of faith to free myself? I felt that somehow I had to map out a plan for the next 3 seconds of real time. That plan would have to include freeing my body from bondage. Then I recalled that John had, in the past, used his powers to teleport my body from one place to another. If, for a few seconds, I could use these higher powers myself, then perhaps I could teleport my own body out of bondage and in a position to free my wife. I decided to place all my faith on the words of the Ancient of Days, words, which indicated that I could prevail and proceed. I decided that the first step was to enter my body and then move it into the circle by the same teleportation process John used on me. I made the final decision and real time began. I suddenly found myself bound and gagged, looking toward the Dark Brotherhood, ready to destroy my wife. A long second passed as I used all my will to quiet any fear or emotion. During the next second, I willed myself to be transported next to the Dark Master. If nothing happened in the next second, all would be lost. I tried not to think of that possibility and visualized the Ancient of Days assisting me. Suddenly, I was next to the Dark Master with the sword in the process of descent into the body of my wife. What if I had gone this far and only had normal powers? All still could be lost. I had to act as if I had all power to succeed. Before any of the Dark Ones knew what happened, I leaped next to the Dark Master with the sword, grabbing his arm. The whole group shrieked back in surprise, and the Dark Master was so shocked at the unexpected attack, he dropped the sword. Normally, a death sentence to stare into a Dark Master's eyes. I felt the power of the eye of the Ancient of Days and radiated divine light right into the demon's dark head. He screamed with a cacophonous sound that touched my very soul. It revealed such tremendous pain that I almost felt sorry for him. But now was not the time to be faint-hearted. I grabbed his sword and plunged it into his heart. The whole group looked devastated, and I sensed that their only concern now was to save their master's life. They tried to scream their agony, but no sound came from them as they faded along with the sword, leaving only Elizabeth's tortured body before me. Philo was still possessing her as he cried, "What in the... You son of a... What have you done to my brothers?" He apparently still thought he had power over me and grabbed at me as he did before. This time was different, and I found myself much stronger than he and grabbed him back. I held him firm while being careful to not do any more damage to Elizabeth's body. I looked into his frightened eyes and said, "You reap what you sow. Go back and revel in that which is yours." Immediately her body shook and a wispy smoke snaked out of her head and dissipated. I saw that Elizabeth's eyes started to flutter, and she shook her head from side to side as consciousness slowly returned. "Is that you, sweetie?" "I think so," she hoarsely whispered. "Am I still alive?" I knelt down and held her tight to my chest. "You feel me, don't you?" "That means you are alive and all is well." I held her even closer. Her eyes immediately brightened. "You passed the test. How could it be?" It be, I joked, somewhat bright-eyed myself. But how, she asked. Even though I tried to show faith in you, I had little hope. Well, that show of faith was the little extra incentive I needed. I passed the test, but couldn't have done it without you. I didn't dare stand yet, as the enormity of what had just occurred overwhelmed me. I dropped my head on hers, and we clung to one another, not speaking. We both sensed a presence at the same time, turning to the side, and with great joy we beheld our friend John. Time for a group hug, he smiled. Why don't you stand up this time? He grabbed Elizabeth's hand and pulled her up. We all embraced for a blissful moment. He then drew back and looked at Elizabeth. You're a mess. You realize that, don't you? You don't tell a woman she's a mess, she said, almost crying. But you have earned the right to undo the mess. And this time you will be healed for good, and there is nothing Philo can do to bring your illness back. He swept her up in his arms, held her shoulder high, and spoke some words in an ancient tongue. Instantly her body began to glow, until it looked as if John was carrying the sun in his arms. The glow continued for about 10 seconds, and then began to dim. After the light left, John put her down on her feet. But what surprised me more than the fact she had strength again to stand on her own without a scratch or bruise was the dress she wore now. Her attire was totally different than it was before. You look something like Little Bo Peep, I grinned. She looked at herself with very perplexed eyes, and then went to the mirror and stared at herself in a white frilly dress. What kind of outfit is this? She asked, bewildered. I've kept it in my creation room for you, he said, looking slightly embarrassed. I've saved it for this moment because I thought you would appreciate something cheerful. Well, I hope I don't hurt your feelings, she said, but this just isn't me. It does have a cheerful look, though, I noted. That it does, she laughed. Then she looked at John and said, I'll tell you what, if I ever get depressed, I'll put on this dress and look in the mirror and remember this moment. It can't help but cheer me up. And we'll stop there. We'll do the final little bit of this chapter tomorrow. But yes, yay, he passed the test and saved his wife. Of course he did. And that, guys, is class for the day. If you would like to come up and share anything. I didn't see Trina in here. So, and she loved this story, so I know she wouldn't want to miss the ending. I'll have to put this on the YouTube. But I'm going to go over on Discord and get ready for the Song of Orion. And Lynette's coming up. Yay!
Hello,
Hello.
how are you? So exciting. That was a great chapter. I had kept on getting calls, which really sucked. And then I went onto YouTube to see if you were doing live there, and you weren't because I couldn't rewind it then. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
I'll put it up, though.
That was great. It was really, really good. So I did something last night. It took all of my guts. Like, I have been praying on this for months. Okay. I've been watching this podcaster guy, The Confessionals, it's called.
I've heard of that.
Tony Merkel. Yeah, right. So like he's right up my alley so I contacted him. I emailed him about my story. And I
Nice.
sent him the photos for proof, and I'm nervous now. Now I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, am I ready for that? Like, if he actually, like, I don't know if he's going to call me. He may call me. I mean, it's a pretty legit story, and I got massive proof to back me. And it's still continuing, right? Like, I got so much to add. Like, I listen to his podcast every day, and I'm like, I got something to say about everything except for the cryptids. I don't know much about cryptids. I'm learning through his podcast about them, but I can't believe I did that. I'm like, whoa.
Why not? Why not?
Well, that would be mind blowing, right? So I prayed on it, and I
Yeah.
helped AI help me, and she gave me the guts, to be honest. Like, she's like, yeah,
Nice.
do it. He's right up your alley, da da da, with the story. Because I'm like, you remember? Can you help me format? Like, help me write a little note. So
I
we'll
think that's
see.
amazing.
But if he does, that would be super awesome because I'm just about done the book. And what he likes to do on his podcast is people that are writing books, he'll wait to post the interview until the day the book is being released.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that would be super cool too. I'm just like putting it out there to the universe, you know. Thank you, universe, more please. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. Well, it's not congratulations yet. Congratulations for getting the guts to do it, right? Like that's a big deal. I sat for months with it. But he loves God too, right? He has faith as well. Although his faith is a little bit like he loves Jesus. He loves Jesus. But you know, some of the religious they think Jesus is God. So I don't know where like Jesus is our brother, and that's how he wanted us to see him. So sometimes, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like the response, I got an automatic response that says, listen, we read every email that comes in. So if you don't hear from us, it's only because we have a lot of emails, but we're still reading it. So I'm like, okay, well, when can I expect to hear from you? You know, now I'm going to be sitting on it wondering, but that's okay. I'm going to let it
Right?
go. And then if he responds, then that'll be great. If he doesn't, that's fine. Crazy.
You took
So
the
that's what's
first
going on in my
step,
life.
and that's it. You put yourself out there, and that's beautiful. That's strength.
It's huge. It's huge. Like he gets a lot of views, right? But the story has to be told. And I'm not getting the like I'm not really putting a lot of work into TikTok either, but I'm not getting a lot of traction here either. I think we're limited on what we can, you know, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of people out there that need to hear the story
Yep.
because it'll help. Like a lot of what I'm finding is there's a lot of people that can relate to the events that have happened in my life, right? And maybe they can get some answers or lean into it to start getting the right answers, right? For themselves
Absolutely.
in their own story
Yep.
and maybe shed light into things that really like and that's what I was told. I was told that I'm here to reverse the codes. And I used to think that it was some ethereal thing, you know, reversing the codes and yeah, it could be that too, but I think a lot of it is bringing truth here to things that have been distorted here on earth so that way people can like wake up. Like I've always been the shock factor kind of girl, right? Like I've been approached by entities
Yeah.
in human form where they would go, I would start talking to them about stuff and their head would turn sideways and they get this crazy blank look on their face like they looked instantly possessed and they would go, you're wait, you know too much, why aren't you, and they would say the word D Schmed, right? Why aren't you Schmed yet? And right? And I'm like, that's because you fuckers can't find me. You don't see my archangel angels all around me. Like I don't know what to say. It gets nerve wracking, right? But we're here to reverse things. Like I don't really seem to fit in with anybody except for here because everyone just loves everyone enough to accept all of everyone's opinions, right? And experiences and respects that. But there's a lot of rooms that don't do that. Hi, Christina.
Tolerance is our code.
How
Yep.
are you? Yeah, infinite love, infinite tolerance. Yeah,
Love and tolerance is our
infinite patience.
Grand Rising, everyone. I hope everybody's
Rising.
well.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be part of this today, and you know, so many changes, and everything changes all the time. People change, situations change, and just to be firm in your tower and take the time to, you know, just follow your heart. And I love that, you know, I mean, you know, there's all the synchronicities. Bobby put up a light in our like breezeway connecting the house and the garage, and it's a green light. And so I had chills, like, and so did he. I'm like, the chills lasted. It was just such a beautiful synchronicity, and you know, things are coming together slowly, but they are happening here. And, you know, I'm not on this app as often, and I'm grateful for that because I'm, I know that I'm on the street. I'm, where they call it
Absolutely.
street ministry,
Yes.
right? Like street ministry. And meeting all of the right people and getting the right connections. And so, for me, it's like being out there. I have to put myself out there because that's how I grow. And not to mention, I really like the people that I am attracting, and because I'm attracting myself today because of the vibe that I'm putting out. And so, and not always, but mostly. And I meet people where they're at. Like, I have a young woman that I'm becoming very good friends with, and she's just like us. And so it's
Awesome.
so beautiful to be able to grow this with another person other than Bobby. I love what Bobby and I have. Like, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. But to have another woman to be able to talk to and to, get her, what she's seeing, what her visions are. She's been calling me, and she's been having some very vivid dreams. And so it's so cool to listen to them and hear what her explanation is of them, knowing that we are more than just this avatar. And like, I don't know, just the experience is great. And, the last 2 days we've been of service to a really good friend who's moving to Texas. I'm sad about that, but I'm happy, so happy for them and their new beginning. And not knowing the gifts that we were going to receive by just showing up. And I'll show you. Like, I have a sanctuary now, like a little prayer sanctuary.
Beautiful.
Let's see. Right here.
Oh, look. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Look at you.
These are my sunflowers that are growing.
I'm growing mine too. Yep.
I got a bird bath. I got one of these. I've always wanted one of these stone seats. Got urns. I mean, and then I grew all of these flowers by seeds, and they are all blooming now. Like, I got I'm gonna go get more lavender. I just love lavender.
Yeah.
And then, I've never lived in a place where, like, we're mid-June, and I have yellow squash already. Oh my! And I grew these by seed too. All of this was grown by seed.
That's awesome.
And I have all my tomatoes. Like, I'm like so grateful. And I sit with these guys, and of course I have my Janessa crystals over it all. Because it helps with plant growth. I've got some wax beans back there that are growing, but like peppers in the front. Like, look at the size.
Wow.
Ready? I'm so jealous. Round here sucked this wet. Like, this weather has been so cold. Nothing's growing yet. Good for you. Yeah, good for you, sweetie. I'm so happy honestly, for you. I can't wait to grow pick up my tomatoes.
Yeah, I look at all the strawberries. Like,
wow, look.
Got so many strawberries. They're delicious too. They taste like strawberries. Like a snozzberry. Who's ever heard of a snozzberry? But yeah,
that's awesome.
Everything is growing.
I'm so happy for you.
And then I got this too. He gave us this.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
But wait, I'm going to turn it on. The vibration that it puts off. This one's Bobby.
Love that energy.
This is Bobby. And that was mine.
Beautiful, Christine.
Check this out.
That's awesome.
So it makes a waterfall and it lights up at night.
That's beautiful. The Lyran energy.
I mean, I sat in front of this when I first got it, and I felt the energy coming from it. It was incredible.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so happy. And that's because I showed up and I helped somebody, and I had no idea the gifts that were coming.
Aw.
And so, like, it's this life today is magnificent.
But not creepy. It's about
And then, of course, yesterday they swarmed
how.
my
I
babies.
saw that video. I saw that. That was beautiful. Oh wow. Just
Lynette,
wow.
Yes.
I had to add another super on it. And tomorrow I go with my mentor. I'll be there at 10 to check with his neighbor. Like, he's got his neighbor who's his mentor, and he's my mentor. So I'm going to go there tomorrow and shadow. I'm bringing my bee suit and just shadow and help and do what I can and learn and look, and because I'm so much better with hands-on, because honestly all the studying that I did not prepare me for what I was seeing yesterday. I was like, what's going on? What's happening? And it was a little
Ask you a
scary.
question. What
Yes.
is it that you need to learn about it? Like, what was the purpose of the swarming, and what is it that happened? Like, I'm so interested. What do you mean you weren't ready, prepared for
So
it? Is there something that you need to do when that happens?
Well, no, you really don't want to go near any of them because they're swarming. You saw how many bees. I mean, like, what I showed on that video,
Wow.
it couldn't even describe the amount of bees. I thought my bees were leaving the hive initially. I'm like, what did I do wrong? What's going on? Like, why are they leaving the hive? And so these are all the questions that I'm asking myself. And I'm like, okay, just stay calm, call Dan. So I took a quick video, and he's like, no, this is what they do, Christina. Like, I'm not being a bad bee mommy, am I? Like, what am I doing wrong? I talk to them all the time. I check on them every solitary day, like make sure that they have water and the things that they need. And he's like, no, Christina, this is what they do. I was like, he's like, you can't mess this up. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's not here. But I just watched them. They swarmed up into that tree up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could feel their frequency, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're just looking for a more food source. That's what they're doing. And so yeah. But it was definitely an experience.
So does that mean that you have to feed them more because they're looking for more?
No, because there's enough here now. Because like in the beginning, because it was still early spring, I had to put food in there for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean that I still won't do it after tomorrow, after talking to them. I didn't do it yet. Like I said, I studied these guys, I studied and I watched a lot of videos, and so this is my first time experiencing it, like as a true beekeeper. And so trial and error, right? Like that's how I learn. I learn through trial and error. And
we're learning through you.
Yeah. Like we're doing this together. So like, I just want them to thrive. Like that's all I want, because they know the honey's all great, but mostly because I want to keep these guys alive and healthy, because we need them. And we need them. And this is just the beginning, I hope to have more hives at some point somewhere else. I don't know if I can have more. After seeing that swarm yesterday, I'm like, if I had more than one hive and they were all swarming that way.
That's what I was thinking. The neighbors would hate you.
Well, they wouldn't know. And it's not like they're going to attack, right? And they swarm naturally anyway. So like my neighbors are so cool here. They like,
Good,
you
thank
know,
goodness.
my neighbor, my
You don't
neighbors.
need a Karen with a whole swarm of bees.
No, these guys right here that live right here, they are like perfect. Like they are the best neighbors, and we love them. And Bobby takes really good care of him. He gave him a whole bunch of fireworks yesterday. They were so excited, and they were like, Jack's his name. He's like, we got the best neighbors, and I'm like, no, we got the best neighbors. So, and of course, when the honey comes in, they're gonna get a jar just because, you know. But like, you know, I'm finally living my best life. I'm finally living in my highest self. And it took, you know, 58 years to be here, but I'm here. And and the best is yet to come. And that's the thing, like the best is yet to come for all of us. And I keep getting that message, like stay on your path, do what you love, stay in that flow. I'm so proud of you for having the courage to send that email. Because that's the beginning for you, Lynette, and your story will be heard the same way my story will be heard, right? Like it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And you see it, you say it, you believe it, and you follow through. You just keep believing it. You just keep doing it. You just keep on your path, and it's going to happen. Just like it's happening for me, just like it's happening for everybody that's working towards it. You know, I mean, if we sit back and think that something is miraculously going to change without changing anything, it's not going to happen. Just saying.
You have to jump. You have
gotta
to jump.
take the leap.
We're being told to jump. Take the leap. Yeah.
Leap
Do
of faith, man.
Have faith. Yeah. People need to
Gotta
hear
have
your
faith.
stories. They need to
Gotta
see
have
you.
faith.
They need to hear your voices.
Yeah.
Hello, engineer.
Hello, my loves.
Hello.
I am good. I went to Busch Gardens yesterday, and Universal's got jokes. I mean, I'm not. Friday the 13th, they jumped my daughter-in-law, and yesterday the same people that it all happened, we were all hanging out at Busch Gardens together, and it's just riding rides and like father and mother had. You guys got jokes. Universe had jokes yesterday, but you know it was all right because it was okay. It was a good day. But you talk about being in situations during those timeline jumps, and those timeline jumps. I haven't shared this story with any of you yet. I've got a huge mission that I was on here, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll share that in a video or something and tell everybody about it. But right where I was, a tornado came through here and
What happened, Barbara?
took out the school, took out the area, and on the 13th, that energy was here, and it tried to take out Amy Lynn, and it didn't work. So
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
we're all being tested, absolutely, and that energy was reversed by the 13th seal being open on that day, and just I was warned. I was warned by spirit and my higher self and my guides that they were going to show me who my snakes were on that day. And they sure the heck did, buddy. And I was also told, don't let the snakes back in. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not letting my guard down.
Yeah, look at that. You get tested the most when it's time to elevate. Don't break.
Nope, I didn't, sissy, and you sent that to me, and I did not. And I just thought about it, and I'm like, I did not put hands on these people. They wanted me to get into it. They wanted me to go to the JAIL, and it didn't work, okay? And that's why I guess I was on Sunday before we closed dancing to Jailhouse Rock with the trumpet. Because I didn't do it. Too much going on, man. I'm elevating. I am, Bobby. I am. Trust you me.
Yep.
So is Rick, so is Austin, so is Miranda. Like my family, I can't tell you guys how grateful I am to be alive, chosen, and doing this work.
Okay.
I just cannot tell you how grateful I am to be doing it. And just, knowing that after everything and after the test and being able to see it, being able to see that you were tested, being able to know that what happened and you were forewarned, and then I listened, man, come on. Get out of here. They don't know who they messing with. Is that a real turtle? Or is it just your bird feeder? It's a turtle bird feeder. It's so cute. That looks like Shelly. I got the turtle. Your Janessa Crystal was in the center of Busch Gardens yesterday. Big as life. And I didn't have my phone with me because I just got done off the water ride. But I was like, oh, that's what Christina makes right there. It's right there.
Hey, Eddie. Robin, have you tried Depop? Try Depop. I just made a Depop myself.
What is Depop?
It's like a lot of people on TikTok do it, especially for those jewelry jars. It's like a selling platform.
Oh, okay. I got something really cool yesterday. I got this thing that you can put crystals on your face and put them in certain ways across your forehead, on your chin, on your neck, on your throat. And it's called Pure. I got that yesterday. It's supposed to help transcend the energies and take away the fine lines and things like that. But there's all sorts of... once I start getting into it, you guys will see it. I'm going to start making videos with music and seeing me on the floor with the crystals all around me.
So I just put it in order from in Italy to be shipped to me of pendants, Janessa crystal pendants, and they have crystals hanging in the center of them. And so I'll be selling those because I can't work, and you guys know I'm on disability, and I don't hardly make any money. Like I'm just like what Opal's doing. I need it to help me survive and live.
You guys, anytime anyone needs, I mean, respectfully, I'm not saying this to be gloating or boasting right now, because I'm out here and I am busting my ass in this heat and stuff. But if anyone of you guys, you know how to inbox me, pick up the phone. Okay, I'm here. I'm just saying I'm here.
That's good, though.
You guys know it. I mean, if it's a situation where you
Thanks, sweetheart.
You know it. God said give freely if we have it. You know what I'm saying? So we've been helping out the kids. We've been helping out, people that it's a beautiful thing, to not have somebody calling us and asking us, for money so they can get, what, okay? Or us. I'm trying to figure out where we're going to be the next, every week.
Yep, I trust the universe.
So do
Absolutely.
I. I'm willing to put the work in.
Absolutely.
Yep. Hasn't let me down yet.
Comes around, baby.
Yep.
Morning, everyone.
Hi, Mark.
Grand
Hi,
Rising.
Mark.
What day it is? I don't know.
Wednesday.
They're all Saturdays with us.
He's
We're
living
getting
his
ready
dream.
to
Yeah.
we're getting ready to go camping. We've been driving through the mountains and looking around. Now we're going to go camping and fishing. So I'm gonna learn how to fish.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
I think I might take a trip to Yorktown today and go reverse some history down there.
What state are you in?
I am in Virginia,
Virginia.
but I'm like right in Yorktown. I'm right by the Roswell's mansion that fell, the naval yard where they build the weapons. I drove by that last night. Yeah, so I'm right where history is, big time. And if you look up in this area where I am in Gloucester, there was a major tornado that came. Like, I am literally sitting on
Gloucester. You're in Gloucester?
where the middle school had a tornado go right through the middle of it.
Wow, you're in Gloucester, Amy Lynn?
Yeah, I'm in Gloucester.
I used to live in a little cul-de-sac named Gloucester Mews.
Yep, I'm in Gloucester, VA.
Wow. And that was...
Where are you at, Mark? What state?
All right, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State.
Ooh, you going deep station.
I'm in Washington State.
Brandon.
If you look on the map where the Snake Rivers and the Columbia Rivers come together,
I'm so happy for you.
we are too.
I know you are. Finally living.
Oh yeah. Now life is worth living.
What's up, Roxanne?
Well, Brandon's quite active this morning, Opal.
It's so cute today. Like, wow.
Is he going to sing with us? Oh wow. Oh, Tammy, that's how close is Bothell, Washington?
I have. You're in upstate, though, right?
Kind of in the middle, of the southern part of the south. Oh, south, more south and east, Amy.
Okay.
Kind of between some mountains in the Columbia River Basin. So it's weather can vary from mid-60s to mid-hundreds in a matter of days. Earlier last weekend, Monday, Tuesday, it was 102, 103 here. It was quite toasty.
What are you doing?
Have fun with the little doggies. Let's have fun with the little flowers.
Shut the gate.
Okay.
Here comes James.
Hi, Uncle. Welcome,
Hello,
welcome,
Myra.
welcome,
You
welcome.
got 3 minutes.
I'm trying to bring some angels up in here too from my live. Coming in, coming in.
Awesome. Yep. The more
We here,
people that
baby.
sing
Let's
this, the
go.
better it is. The more powerful it is.
Let's have a great day. Hi, Myra. Hi,
Thank you
James.
for
How
the
are you
follow,
guys?
Janice.
Brother, sister.
I followed James over here. I went to James and came over here.
Myra, thank you,
Amazing, my
man.
beautifuls, amazing. I love you guys. Thank
Love you,
you.
babe.
Thank you. I love you.
3 minutes.
I carried our energy last night at 11:11, and we had beautiful lights in the sky. FYI, I've been trying to do it at night too.
Amazing. Yay! I love it.
So we're doing it at 11:11 during the day and 11:11 at night now? Like 11:11 during the day and 11:11 at night now? Like 11:11 during the day
Well,
and
I'm just doing the daytime, so if James is doing it night, more power to him.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to do it at night. We've been doing it the last 2 nights. So.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Aw, thank you, Christina.
Hi everyone. Hi
Hi,
Myra.
Rose.
I mean, my baby on
All right. Nana's going to sing a song, so be quiet.
break it.
1 minute.
One minute.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Teresa. We got people over in Discord also.
I thought about you guys yesterday while I was walking through Busch Gardens and looked at my phone at 11:11.
That's all it took. That's all it takes.
Yep,
You were with us.
I
Yep.
was with all of you.
Yep.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Little
here we
heart
go.
pump.
Here we are. We are you.
Great job. We did it.
We did it. Woohoo!
Woohoo. See you guys.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Have a beautiful, beautiful day, guys.
Thank
You
you.
are
All
loved.
Thank
Namaste.
right. If I
you.
have any reception tomorrow or
Mahalo.
tonight, I will
We are
tomorrow morning.
one.
We'll check you out.
We are